With Halloween just around the corner, I thought it would be appropriate to take some time to check out some of the upcoming horror games that we can look forward to frightening, spooking, and all around terrorizing us in the upcoming months in a new segment called Top 5 Anticipated Horror Games of 2017 and late 2016. Really? That's the best we could do?
Top 5 Anticipated Horror Games of 2017 and late 2016.
Joining us for this countdown is my co-host CJ Fox. CJ, you ready to do this?
Yeah, Wes, super excited. Gonna grab the day by the pussy. No.
Counting down number 5 is Alison Road. Now, nobody was more disappointed than I to hear of the cancellation of Hideo Kojima and Guillermo del Toro's collaborative horror-themed video game projects. But the developers of Alison Road appear to want to pick up where Konami decided to leave off. While there isn't much known plot-wise about Alison Road, the early gameplay footage features an unnamed protagonist waking up and exploring an abandoned townhouse. The game is a true spiritual successor to PT, and I personally cannot wait to play it. CJ, what do you think?
Scared to be locked in an apartment with a woman? It's called marriage, West. So what's this game about? Is it like a wife simulator?
Number 4 is Friday the 13th, the game. In Friday the 13th, the game, you'll play as either one of the 7 of Camp Crystal Lake's counselors navigating the campsite and avoiding Jason, or as Jason Voorhees himself as you direct his merciless killing rampage. Now, it has been delayed in order to add single player and bot support, but I really don't think I could be more hyped to play this game when it comes out. CJ, your thoughts?
You know what the real danger is of having unprotected sex outdoors is? The clap. A 6-foot-tall machete-wielding killer is the least of your worries when you're pissing fire out your old droopy dog. Oh boy.
Number 3 is Outlast 2. Now, admittedly, I haven't finished the first Outlast game, but everything I've seen so far of it, I've really enjoyed. Outlast 2 seems to be continuing the thrill perfectly. The player controls freelance journalist Blake Langerman, who investigates a dilapidated rural area in Supai, near the Sonoran Desert. CJ, what do you think?
I played a little bit of Outlast 1. I don't think I've ever seen so many ballpark Franks stuffed into a video game like this before. What is this franchise sponsored by Oscar Mayer Wiener?
No, I don't think it's sponsored by Oscar Mayer. Okay. Number 2 is Resident Evil 7. Resident Evil 7 appears to be ditching the grandiose, melodramatic, over-the-top action-adventure theme of previous entries for a slower-paced psychological horror experience. That is, as long as its demo is any indication. Personally, if this is the direction they're heading in, then I'm totally on board. For now, at least. Eventually, this new genre of horror where you wander around an abandoned house is going to become stale, but for now, I'm totally game. I'm excited to see how they take this and implement it into something resembling a Resident Evil title.
What the hell? Rise and shine, sleepyhead. It's time for supper.
So the demo obviously was a blatant ripoff of PT. I guess if they want to follow suit though, they can fire all their developers, they can cancel the project, and probably make a Resident Evil pachinko machine.
And finally, our number 1 pick for most anticipated horror game of 2017 and late 2016 is We Happy Few. This game takes place in a fictional English city of Wellington Wells, a dystopian, retrofuturistic fashion society formed from an alternate timeline of events within World War II, which is now on the verge of collapse in the mid-60s. The residents of the city, seeking to forget an unspeakable horror that they committed, began taking a hallucinogenic drug called joy that makes them happy, but also leaves them easily controlled and lacking morality and understanding of the long-term consequences of their actions. Players will control one of 3 characters in the full release who become dubbed as a downer after choosing to stop using joy, and must survive long enough to complete something important and personal to themselves, all while trying to escape the city before the impending social collapse.
Come on, hit it! Hit it! Hit it!
Give it a whack!
Hit it! Hit it!
CJ, what do you got?
Reminds me of my 20s, when you're at the club and they turn on the house lights. Trust me, I discovered a few dead rats those nights.
Alright, I don't even care anymore. I get paid enough for this bullshit.